Look at this mirror. Oh my God. Was that mirror purchased?
Yes.
Oh my God. Who hung that for you? And look at this. She's purchased all of this. She didn't bring this from the States. What? That's from Amazon? Oh my gosh. But you can tell she is not a minimalist at all. She's going to come to my apartment and she's going to say, excuse me, why don't you decorate?
A little different than all the rest. I'm quite old-fashioned where I had sometimes played chess. And when I'm out, I'm looking for that vintage fling.
Now, this is another place that I spent my staycation with Beverly Hills from Florida. Or is it Beverly Hill?
Just no S.
No S, okay. I want you to look at her apartment. Now you will immediately see it is not anything like mine. Now her apartment came unfurnished. She has bought most of this through estate sales and living quarter.
Yes.
And it is like, kind of like our marketplace back home. But she has done so much work. This fireplace was put up by her daughter and herself and some workers. It was quite a feat. But look at this. It looks like there's a flame in there. And isn't that going to be pretty? Now she has purchased all of this for like 30 euros, 20 euros, and some of the artwork, I'll show you later, but some of the artwork is from her sister. And of course, she's very talented, Beverly is, and her sister. And this is Boomer. And look at this. Now, of course, now was this here, the thing against the wall? Here?
Yes.
Okay, so this came with the apartment.
Yes.
So what she did is, did you paint this?
I touched it up.
Okay, so you kind of worked your wall color
Yes.
around this. Okay. See, I'm telling you, she does all this stuff herself. We just bought this a while ago at the Brocante. She bought this yesterday at an estate sale for how much?
$15.
15 euros. And it's a bar, so she keeps her printer and all that in there. Is that not gorgeous? Now, she has a 3-bedroom apartment. So she has 3 beds that you had to buy, or did that come with the apartment?
We bought them.
Okay.
The twin beds came with it.
Okay. So this was all purchased after she moved in. Look at these beautiful floors. Look at this bed. Now see, she didn't know I was coming in to do this. I just came in to have some water because we had coffee this morning and went to the Brocante. So she is just this artistic. All this has been purchased, right?
Yes.
Now, look at this mirror. Oh my God. Was that mirror purchased?
Yes.
Oh my God. Who hung that for you?
A friend of Krista's.
Okay.
A really strong friend.
A really strong friend. Now I want to show you this picture. I'm going to come back to the living room really quick. This is a picture of her great aunt,
My grandmother.
your grandmother. And she had tuberculosis and died
When she was 40.
40 years old. And they said when she walked, you could hear her petticoats ruffle. And look at this. She's purchased all of this. She didn't bring this from the States. Look at this. We just purchased this today. We didn't, she did. I purchased a painting, but we're not going to work on it until another month. She's going to help me paint my bathroom too. Now, did you do the scroll work here?
Yes.
Put that on there?
That was from Amazon. I just glued it on.
Ah.
And so the white over the windows.
What? That's from Amazon? Oh my gosh. Now the one thing, oh look at that. And you painted it.
Whenever it comes.
Oh, I need that. I need one a little bit larger than that to go over my bookshelf.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Now when I go to Amazon, I'm looking for nail polish, purses, jewelry. I need to start looking in the right place. Now this is here because it covers the electric box. Is that not clever? And then this is her kitchen, which has a ton of, look, she has a big refrigerator, an American refrigerator. Beautiful floors. You could eat off her floors. I mean, I wouldn't try that at my house. But look at her kitchen. And she didn't know anyone was coming in either. That is an air fryer there. But look at all the shelving she has. I'm gonna move in with her. Now she brought this from the States because she and her sister do this type of work, and they did it before. Our sister has one and she has one because they talk to each other every day. Now did you buy that since you've been here?
No, that was here.
That was here, okay.
I just changed the doorknobs to match.
Okay, did you paint this?
No, that was already.
You painted this,
I did everything beige.
and then you painted the doors?
Yes.
Okay,
The pink was already here.
okay. And then you painted the doors. And we bought this, we didn't,
Yes.
Beverly bought this at an antique store, but look how they all flow. Beverly has an eye, honestly.
Sweet.
When she comes to my house, she's going to have, well, she's probably going to have a heyday wondering what in the heck. Now these, I don't want to show my stomach because it's fat. These are little mirrors that she bought on Amazon. They stick on, and then she did this on her little Cricut. Is that what you call it?
Yes.
She did that on her Cricut. Okay, this is her second bedroom. Look at this. And she has grandchildren that live here, so they come and visit. And then this is a poster we found at the tourist place of Fontainebleau. Is that not awesome? And look at this. This was here. This little piece of furniture was here. I think I've shown everything, haven't I? Or did I get the second? No, I didn't get the second bedroom. The second bedroom has peacocks everywhere, and she said she's looking for some type of print with a peacock. See, we've got the peacock lamp. Now that she bought at an antique store. I was with her when she bought that with a horse. And the gentleman, what else did you buy that day? With this, at the antique place where I went with you.
I don't remember. The
Now-
pictures?
Yes, the
Yeah,
pictures,
these
yeah.
Pictures, that's right.
And then, and he delivered them. And you bought all of this.
Yes.
Oh my God. How much, if you added it up, do you think you paid to furnish your apartment? I'm gonna go that way.
I would say under 1,000.
Under 1,000. Now this is what you call an elegant apartment in France. And it's only elegant because of Beverly. And you-
There's from a chateau.
What?
That's,
This is from a chateau? Now did you put the cherubs up there?
no, they were there.
Okay, all
I
right.
just had to touch up the paint.
Okay.
But also the corner cabinet was from a chateau.
That one in there? Okay. But you can tell she is not a minimalist at all. She's going to come to my apartment and she's going to say, excuse me, why don't you decorate? But I wanted to show you what you could do in an apartment if you moved to France and you received an apartment, or you wanted an apartment that was unfurnished. What you could do a little bit at a time,
Yeah.
you know, not all at once. And I cannot believe this is gorgeous. I hope you enjoyed this video.
ligne, c'est la pluie, et la route, c'est pas fait du tout pour communiquer ça.
Misschien even kijken voor die wijklassen.
Ouais, si, j'ai vu que t'as une
Oui, ils sortent pas. C'est hier en plus, hein.
Ça coûte combien tu t'en comme ça?
Alors, on doit faire 35 euros. Bonjour, vous faites à combien? 1 euro.
Bonjour, bienvenue. I'm back! Yes, Janice in France. Alive and well. Oh my goodness, I'm just going to splash on a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And then I'm going to go have some coffee and we're going to have a coffee chat. I have to remember to stay on topic because if I tell you everything that I want to say, it's going to be too long of a video. And not only that, I won't have anything else to say the rest of the month. So I've got to stay on topic. So I thought I would start out here, but we're not going to be long here. So don't click me off yet. Don't click me off. I'm not going to go through all my beauty routine and all that kind of stuff because number one, I don't have a beauty routine. I have a routine that I kind of like come up with every day. I know, it's crazy, but I do it. Especially during the summer. During the winter, I do a little bit more. And I don't know if you caught me on Instagram yesterday or not, but I have discovered, and I don't know why this isn't coming out. Come on. I have discovered a new makeup by Nicole. And I don't know. if it's any good. I've seen great reviews on it. I've watched many of her videos, and it's for aging women and mature women, whatever you want to call us. We need extra help. Like this one lady the other day, she said all her life, her skin was oily. She always had to, work with acne problems and all of this. And now that she's older, everything is dry. Well, I don't know about you, but I feel like I could just, instead of using water to bathe in, I could just use lotion to bathe in because the body is dry. So I'm just going to put on a little of this and a little of that, and then we're going to get started because I hate to tell you this, but I've not had any coffee yet. And I can't even believe I'm this chipper, except I just got up and walked Max outside, and he did his business, and now he's back eating, and lovely weather outside. It's cool. In fact, look, I've got on 3/4 length sleeves because I can't stand long sleeves. I don't know, unless it's cold. Then I can. So I'm going to straighten out my hair, and I'm not even putting on mascara. I probably should, shouldn't I? Should I? Probably should. I could put on some lip gloss. But anyway, I bought this makeup from Nicole, and I'm going to see how it is, and I'm going to let you know. Because you know me, I'm a Clinique lover, and I'm very much when it comes to Clinique. But then I've tried other things like, let's see, what do I have in here? I have Elf, I've tried. I've had Morph, Suede. I like Suede for my blush. I'm not so sure I'm a fan of it for anything else, but I do like it for the blush. I probably should use a cream blush, but right now I'm using a powder blush. Because you know why? I'm getting ready to go do a video. Yes! I haven't done a video in so long, I don't know even if I remember how to do it. Because I'm afraid I'm just going to go blah, 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 blah. But anyway, speaking of blah, 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 I'm going to do my hair, and I'm going to see you in just a second because I'm going to go get me some coffee. Thank you so much for coming back to see me. Let's have some fun in this coffee chat. Well, hello again. I got the hair done. I got what makeup is going on. And now I'm going to have my first cup of coffee. Now, this may be a very long chat, so you might want to get your cup of coffee or your cup of tea. And if it's in the evening, you might want to get that little red wine or white wine out. Because I am going to talk your ears off. First of all, you all know I took a break. And if you didn't know I took a break, where have you been? Yes, I took a break, and I did a staycation. Now, I don't know whether staycation stands for buying too much on Amazon or being lazy. But let me tell you what I did. I was able to go to various places in town without my camera. In fact, I told the group that was on French Connection a couple of weeks ago that I have not had my camera out to video anything since I've had my staycation. Until now, of course, because I knew I had my first video coming out. But I want to tell you exactly what I've been doing. Buying, exercising, trying to lose a little weight, and watching and binging movies. I watched all 14 seasons, and I think each one had about 18 episodes of Blue Bloods. Yep, I did it. I was obsessed. But you know what? When it's really hot, which we haven't had too many hot days. We've been very blessed this summer, I think. And this comes from a woman that loathes hot summers and heat. This is why I chose Fontainebleau, because I like the coolness, like right now, it's 70 something degrees, and it probably will be 76 by the end of the day. And about Thursday or Friday, we're going to have 59 at night, but we even had that a month ago. So I love the weather here. I digress. Staycation. So anyway, I watched all 14 episodes of Blue Bloods. And when it was over with, I don't have any family anymore. I don't have any family eating dinner with me anymore. Although I watched them very closely, I don't think any of them ever ate. Of course, I guess if you binge watch, you can catch on to more things like that. I went to Brocant's. I went to Paris. I met a couple of friends at the Le Tremblay for a little coffee. And I think I've only been there twice since I last saw you. I've been mostly right here at my house. I have done some arranging. I visited with Beverly, who moved here in November. I call her Beverly Hill from Florida. But now she's Beverly Hill in Fontainebleau. So we've been doing a lot. In fact, you just saw her apartment. And it's so different from mine. In fact, I don't even know if I want her to ever come see mine, because she's going to say, what happened to that wall? Why don't you have that over there? And I'm going to say, I'm a minimalist. But that doesn't mean that I can't appreciate. So let me tell you what else I've done. I've watched tons of videos, and I have walked a lot with Max, spent a lot of time with Max. I don't know if you were able to hear this when I did my last video. It may just have been some posts that I made, because I do post nearly every day. Kitty's been very sick. She has chronic urinary failure and is not getting any better. I thought, every once in a while she'll kind of frisk outside in the grass, and then she comes to me every night during the night to get loved on, and she gently pats me on the nose to rub on her. But when I rub on her, all I feel are bones. And I'm just so sad about that. Just so very sad. So that's been a little bit of a traumatic thing. It happened in July, and it just seemed like it happened overnight. 1 minute she was fine, and then the stylist that comes over, and my friend, Crystal, she came over and she said, oh, Kitty. And I looked and I thought, oh my gosh. She weighed 6 pounds when I took her to the vet. She now weighs 4. So we're not doing too well with Kitty, but we're giving her lots of love, lots of attention. And then when she doesn't need the attention, we are leaving her alone. Right, Max? Right. So this is what else I've been doing. I've been shopping so much on Amazon. I bought this aloe vera, and it goes right underneath my eyes for the puffiness. And I keep it in the refrigerator so it's nice and cool when I try it on. And then it has this little scoop thing, and you just scoop one out, and it's just full of aloe vera. And you just put it underneath your eyes. They're little green things. I don't know if I want to get one out. I could show you, but see, it looks like that. I know you've seen them. But that's what I've been doing. I'm not sure whether I showed you or not on my YouTube before I left, but I also have this mask. And this mask is from, if I can get it to turn on, it may be low on a battery. Anyway, it has blue, red, green. Of course it's not going to work because it's a video. It's worked every day since. But it has red and blue and green. And what I do is I just take these straps in the back. I tighten it as much as I can, and it goes over. And I can even, right here, if I want to have my coffee or something and I'm sipping it through a straw, because in the afternoon is when I do all this. I do all this in the afternoon, and then I do my my little only smile. I do this in the afternoon. So if I want to drink any coffee or anything, I can drink it through a straw because I usually have cold coffee in the afternoon. And then I've been watching lots of commercials. And one was from this company called Burga. And they sold me with this one. Look at that. Not only does it have cats on it, it's Café de Mar. So you know it's French. I mean, look at it. It's perfect. Now, this is the camera I normally do all my videos on, but I didn't plug it in. So we're going to have to improvise and just use my other video. And then what else did I buy? Oh, I watched Anne-Marie Lecoeur. Now, you know who she is because she was on my show one day when I was interviewing her. And, hey, Maxie. Hi, Maxie. What you doing, darling? You want to interrupt your mama? No? So anyway, and Anne-Marie showed all the fall fashions the other day. This is gorgeous, is it not? Big brooches or brooches, however you want to call them, are in. And I'm going to put this one on my camel coat. And then I bought this, believe it or not, 18th century. Well, that's what he said anyway. But look at the back. And then I've always wanted a cameo, and that's going to go on my white coat. I'll show you my white coat. But I'm going to have to do some maneuvering with my camera because my camera has to be taller so that you can see my white coat. It's a little big, but I can take care of that because I'm going to pull the little sleeves up. And let's just do it for the fun of it. Let's put the brooch on. See how it looks. I think that's where it would go. If you guys think I did it wrong, let me know. Max is down there looking like, what in the world is she doing? So let me see if I can get my camera back far enough. This is the coat. Is it gorgeous or what? I know, and it has pockets. Now it's a little big back here, but you know what? I know that I could wear a belt or I can just keep it buttoned up. But you know, in the winter months, I'm always wearing bulky sweaters. So I think it's going to be just fine. Let's see, what does the pin look like on it? Should it be up here? I think it should be up here. Yeah, I think it should be up there. Let's try that and see. I guess when I was doing that a while ago, I could hear all these people saying, move it up higher, move it up higher. But this is what happens when you're doing it not in front of a mirror, in front of the camera. Is that better? I know that doesn't look so great, but I think that's better. What do you think? You let me know what you think. But anyway, my coat is absolutely stunning. You remember my gold little puffy coat? It came from Zara, Paris, and that's where this one came from. I have been looking at this white coat, and I'm going to have it hemmed because it's a little below my knees, and I like it a little bit above, maybe right underneath my kneecap. And so I'm going to have that done. But listen, with the weather the way it is, I don't have to worry right now. But I bought it, and it's called Zappa in Paris. And that's where I got my little gold. If you're familiar with my channel, which you should be, that's where I got my gold fluffy coat. And I got it on sale also last year. But I'm telling you, we have great sales. Let me see if I can get myself back to where I was supposed to be. Mary Grace is probably going, why did you do that? You didn't need to do that. But anyway, that's what I've been doing. I've been shopping, and I've been buying items like suitcase tags, you know, for my bags that I'm going to Scotland to go riding. I have my black boots. I bought some breeches. I bought a gilet. We call it a vest. People in London and Paris, they call it, or France, they call it a gilet. It's just kind of like a vest, kind of a fleece vest. Mine is green, and I'll probably wear a depending on the weather, I'll wear a very light, I don't know whether I'll wear camel color sweater or whether I'll wear I don't know, maybe a creamy sweater. I don't know, but I'll figure it out. But anyway, I'm not going to be there that long. This Friday we're going to go get me a helmet because I have to have that. So I have to have a tripod. I have to have the boots. I have to have the breeches. I have to have the gilet. I have to have blouses for 2 days to ride in. The breeches, I don't care if I ride in them twice. I don't have to be fancy schmancy. I'm getting on a horse. And that's going to be beautiful enough for me. And I cannot wait to show you the video of the surroundings because I can't wait to take it all in myself. And the room and just, all of it. So I've been doing a little bit of buying for that. But what's been wonderful is I've caught everything on sale. Everything. This white coat I have been looking at since last year. And it's been in the front of the store. And I'd go in and I'd just say, oh, I need that white coat. I need that white coat. No, I want that white coat. I want that white coat because I have another white coat, but it isn't dressy. But anyway, I wanted this white coat. And then I went by there one day and it wasn't in the window. I thought, oh my God, somebody's bought my white coat. So I went in and I looked around. I couldn't find it. It was in the back. It had another 25% off. So that made it 75% off the original. I said, please wrap it up. It's mine. So I did do that. So I've learned how to use my little gel things under my eyes. I bought some brooches. I bought a new case for my phone. I have the wonderful thing. Now, I had a lady email me the other day and she said, Janice, what do you think of this? Has it really done any good? I haven't given it 30 days because you can only do it every other day. It isn't like my teeth whitener. I can do that every day. But this you can only do every other day. And it has different colors, but I'm not going to give it a review until I've used it for 30 days. Now, my stylist the other day, she said something about, had I had Botox up here? And I said, no, I haven't. But I don't think that has anything to do with this. I just think it's her memory. So I've been able to view Fontainebleau in the morning with Max, and we've been able to go to the forest. Do you know there's one thing I have to do before the summer's over with? I have never been to dinner in the evening in Fontainebleau. I've only been to lunch or breakfast, or coffee. But I want to do that before the summer's over and sit outside and, soak in all the ambiance. But anyway, I've just really been staying at home. And you would think my home would be so clean and so organized. But you know what? When you're watching Blue Bloods every day, it just can't be like that. But I've enjoyed not being on the roller coaster, the hamster wheel, whatever you want to call it. But now I'm ready to get back because I really have rested and I'm so glad to get back. I will not be having videos twice a week. I'm only going to do one video once a week, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday. So I am going to stop doing that. And I am going to do something a little different, but I'll let you know in the next video what changes I'm going to make this year. But I have bought, oh my gosh, look at this. Have you ever heard of Dr. Bronner? Have you ever heard of Dr. Bronner? I had a friend of mine I was talking to the other day and she said, oh, Janice, it comes in peppermint and you can do your floors in it. It's vegetable. It won't hurt anything. Your animals, it's cruelty free. Your animals can go right on it afterwards. So I'm going to use this because I bought, again, this great big Swifter, that I can just go over my floors and I can do it in no time flat. And see, what else have I bought? I bought a new tripod. Oh, I bought a yoga ball. because I've been sitting on it like I'm sitting on a horse. Because I'm hoping after the first day on the horse for a few hours that I can still walk the next day. So I've been working on the yoga. I've been doing Pilates. And last night I have been really lax on doing my arm exercises. But last night I did my arm exercises around 9:30. And by the time I got through doing my exercises, my arms were so tired and I was so tired. And I went to the bed and I thought, okay, it's time to go to bed. Brush the teeth, get the gown on, do whatever you want to do. I was out in about 10 minutes. Speaking of gowns, yes, I bought 2 new pair of pajamas. You remember the pajamas that I had last year, HA Designs, and they had your little initials on them? I bought a pair for Christmas and a pair to travel in. So I can't wait to get them. But I'm telling you, it has been a week of Amazon people coming in and coming out. I've got Max some new vitamins. I bought the cat some new vitamins. I bought the cat some new food. And of course, all her treats, because she only eats one kind of treat. Let's see, what else did I buy? I have just bought a ton of little stuff. You know, not big stuff. Well, the gilet was pretty big. But other than that, and now I'm trying to pack, and I'm trying to get it all in a duffel bag. And I look over there because the duffel bag is over there because I like all my stuff out so I can see it. And I don't think it's all going to fit in the duffel bag, but that's for another video, not today. And so I've just had so much fun doing nothing, doing absolutely nothing. I did have my hair cut because I couldn't stand it anymore. It was about down to there. And this is what my hair looks like when I wake up. I know you're not going to believe me, but this is what my hair looks like when I wake up. All I have to do is kind of do this, and this, and it looks nice. When it's this length, it is scraggly. I've got to brush my hair, and then after I brush it, it doesn't look good. You know, so I just said, okay, I've got to bite the bullet and get it cut. I wish that I could be like some of these people, just get a complete new hairdo. Short hair is not for me. I don't have the neck for it. I have a very short neck, and you'd think short hair would make your neck look longer. No, it just accentuates whatever shouldn't be accentuated. So I've not done that. So I did get my hair cut, and I'm getting a new color. Just a little bit. I'll just see if you can tell the difference right before I go to Scotland. And if you don't know anything about that trip, let me tell you about it. I'm going to be going for 2.5 days. I'm going to be riding a horse. I'm going to be videoing like crazy. And with this travel of going and riding horses, we're going to stay at this beautiful hotel, and the food is divine because I've read reviews on it, and they will pack you a lunch for you to take on your riding trip, or you can come back and have lunch there. So they provide you with breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 2 days, and then the 3rd day is breakfast. And then I'm going to take the Eurostar there, and then I'm going to fly back, and I'll tell you all about that later on in another video. But this is what I've been doing on my staycation. Shopping, binging, a little bit of ice cream here and there, and that's why I'm having to do Pilates. Oh my gosh, I've had to do Pilates now for the last week, and now I can definitely say I can do 35 minutes without dying, or without thinking I'm going to die. I think the video that I do is 45 minutes, but I stop at 35 minutes. And so now I've started doing the arm exercises because I just want my arms to look, not necessarily look better. I'm not really after the look as much as I am the strength. Because when I am with a horse, I want to make sure that if I do get into trouble, that I've got enough strength in my arms to try to do what I need to do, if that makes any sense. If you're a horse person, you're gonna know what I'm talking about. And I've been doing Pilates, I've been doing the sitting on the yoga ball. I did some exercises with that yoga ball the other day, and I thought, oh, this is gonna be a breeze. Oh my gosh, it's not a breeze. It hurt. I went back to doing Pilates. I was rolling all over the place. But I've just enjoyed having the time off. But I do want to tell you one thing I did observe while I was on my staycation. I think you can do a staycation from anywhere. In fact, if it were me coming to Paris, I would do a staycation in Paris. And this is what I mean. I wouldn't run every day to go see the Eiffel Tower and go see this and go see that. Oh my gosh. And I would pick me a beautiful place to stay in. One of the most beautiful places that fit my personality. And I would go to the store and I would buy me groceries. And I would cook a little bit at home and then I would eat out a little bit. But I would try to blend in with the neighborhood that I was staying in and not beat myself to death trying to get to all the known items that we want to be. You know, we want to be at the Eiffel Tower. We want to be in Notre Dame. We want to be at this. We want to be at that. Just staycation in Paris. Or go to the south of France and staycation there. I think sometimes when we think of vacation and we know we've spent money on it, that we just feel like we have to do everything. And then when we get back home, we're absolutely exhausted and really didn't get a feel for what it's like to live here. Slow down a little bit. That's what I did. I slowed down, almost too much, but I slowed down and I took some time off. My daughter sent me a book that has questions for you, like when she was a baby and when Dad and I got married and whatever. And so I answered all that. Then it has some pages at the end that she wanted me to write about when I was a child. And I've done that. And I've written into it some things about Dad as much as I know about when he was a child. And about Grammy, about what she was like. So I've been doing that. So when I see her in November, I will give her that book because she said, Mom, I know you love to write. And I said, yes, I do. And as far as writing my book, didn't do a thing. Did not do a thing. When I'm telling you I was on a staycation, I think I was on a lazycation. Yeah, lazycation may be more like it. But anyway, I'm so glad to be back, and I'm so glad to share with you some of the things that I did on my staycation. But most of the items that I did on my staycation, I can't share with you because a lot of it was meditation. A lot of it was writing. A lot of it was connecting with new friends on the phone. A lot of it was I had several friends pass away this summer that no one was expecting. So there was a lot of reflection. I had a good summer. We had some hot days, but you know what? Those hot days are wonderful because they make you appreciate those cool days so much more. I hope to see you soon. And remember, every Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, if you have not become a member of my community, please go to janiceinfrance@gmail.com and just put in your name. You can use a fake name if you want to, but make sure you use your correct email address because I do a little newsletter every month. And I like to add a little bit that no one knows about but you in the newsletter. And this month is going to be a little different. I'm going to be asking some questions and wanting to get some replies. I'm so grateful that I do get some replies from my newsletter that I do send out. But I just want it to be a little different than everything you've already seen on the YouTube channel or on the posts. And I post every day. I do Instagram about every other day, but remember, I haven't been doing anything, so there's not many pictures to post. Yesterday, I did some brocante. I bought some items. I showed you a video of the brocante, and I showed you a video of Beverly's home and how it's so much different than mine. And if you say, well, we don't know what yours looks like. Yes, you do. Go back to that old video. I just showed you a tour of my apartment just about 2 or 3 months ago. Mary Grace and I have been still having meetings on Monday. Not a lot to talk about, but we do today. Oh, I've been doing more French. I've been doing French every day. I'm improving a little, but I am starting to do Duolingo again. And I've had some things that have come up in the last 2 weeks that I'm not going to talk about right now that have kind of thrown me for a loop. And I just told my French teacher, Lisa, I said, I can't do it for the next 2 weeks. And she said, okay, we'll start again in September. And I said, okay, we will. And because I just couldn't focus because I'm trying to do something else, get some other things situated. So I think I'm going to end this video here. Max has been so good. He's quiet. The kitty is still outside. So I just want to tell you, thank you for returning and following me. And check out the email or my website so you can get the newsletter. And if you want to, subscribe. If you don't, it's okay. You know what? Life's going to go on with or without it. I wish you all the very best. Thank you once again for those of you who have been following me. Thank you, thank you. And for those of you that just started following me, you're in for a ride because something new is happening and I'm going to let you know the next video. Take care and remember, I love you. Mwah. Ciao.